Okay, we're going against Coram, which is a Jundi build. See what we can do here. They like having stuff in the graveyard. This is a really strong commander. It's a tough format because there's so many abilities on so many cards, and trying to keep up with them all is kind of a nightmare, really. Especially with the influx of every set must have like 20 to 30 legends that they add, which makes it very, very difficult. So they've got 4 mana already. Okay, and then you got the fact that fetch lands just make things overcomplicated as well, because they're constantly searching for X, Y, or Z, right? The number of those letters increases or decreases depending on how many colours are on your deck. I think we use Witness Protection on him. So no abilities is really quite detrimental. I think these cards are really, really underrated. Just turning your opponent's thing off, making them use removal to take it out. It's very impactful. Are we going to get to use Spell Pierce? Spell Pierce is one of these cards that I think is good early on, but does it really do anything? Like, I don't know. It feels as though it's late game, it's really useless. I'm just going to mill 2. But how effective is their deck without their commander? I think that remains to be seen. Depends how intrinsic it is. Persist. It's going to return that back. And they can pay 4 to return all lands from the graveyard to the battlefield. This is such a crazy card because it's an uncommon that just returns everything. Okay, we're just going to wait until their turn here. So how many lands? 1, 2, 3. There can be more here. Okay. They're using a Colossification. That's a scary thought. They're going to try and kill us with a 1-1, which I'm not too concerned with. We're still 22 hits away from being dead. So let's discover the formula in their own step. That's going to be significantly amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay. So they're obviously going to go for the Aftermath Analyst. That's pretty obvious. We can go for Jace. And then we'll exile a non-land card with mana value 3 from how do you plot it? Okay, that's pretty awesome, right? So that means next turn we get to play Kiora for 0 mana. Kind of epic. We'll pass. We've got 5 mana up. It's really difficult for the opponent to come back from and discover the formula. More lands. I'm starting to like the idea of this Jace. I've never really used him before. But for 2 mana, to get you 3 delayed spells, can't really complain, can you? They're going to go for the double attack. So we'll try and use the Brazen Burrower on the Skull Prophet. See what they do. Okay, so Jace will survive. And we also have 3 steps ahead to counter something if it's necessary here. If they're just going to do that. Not bothered, am I? Ooh, Overlord. Let's play Kiora for 0 mana. Cannot really complain about that whatsoever. And then go for this Teferi. I'd like to get another land. But also, I think I'm just going to create a dude.
I won't back down. Who is that handsome devil?
Start making our guys harder to kill. Get rid of the... We can get rid of the Spell Pierce here. And then once I play the Harbinger, How are they going to get back from this? Because if they don't do anything with their lands are going to be absolutely useless. Okay. Although saying that, not useless, they'll still be able to tap them. But their fetches won't be able to fetch anymore. Nice. Okay, I feel a bit safe. Still have this counter in our hand. That costs... This is going to cost... Right. So what are we actually scared of in Jund? I guess Thought Distortion would be quite bad. But we'd only lose 2 cards. And if they did have a Thought Distortion, we could still use this to draw 2, discard 1. So actually Thought Distortion isn't that bad, because then we could even just discard the Rift if we really wanted to, because then we would just gain another card in our hand. What are they going to do here? Deadly Cover-Up. They're going to destroy all creatures. Well, let's try and counter it. Okay. Do they have a real spell? Was that a decoy spell, I wonder? Probably was. They're just going to fling. Wow, they're using fling? What the hell?
It hurts.
I guess they've got really big creatures in their deck. But so have we, apparently. I am legit just gonna... So, during each of your turns, you may play a land card and blah, blah, blah. Library's just turn. So, 6, 7, 8. So I can go for Kiora and still have the Desertion up, which count as any spell. Oh, wow. At this point, I don't really care about the Rift, because they only have one thing. And I don't really care about the Overlord, to be honest, because these other cards are a lot more exciting. Let's go in now. Because I have the Desertion, if they recast this Coram, it doesn't bother me at all. We've delayed them long enough. We need to go in for the kill, I think. Because Kiora's going to start making octopuses sizes. We'll have that. Many thanks. We have an 11-5. This is kind of weird. Weird to have this in a blue deck. Oh, that felt quite good. Nice. Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Josh and today we're looking at Kiora the Rising Tide. It's a combination of a bit control-y and a bit aggressive. Truthfully, she's kind of like the only aggressive thing, and maybe Malcolm and maybe a couple other things, but she's pretty cool, nothing too outrageous. Whenever she enters, draw 2, discard 2, so it's like Faithless Looting built in. That's actually pretty nice just to filter already. And then she has Threshold, so whenever she attacks, if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, you may create Scion of the Deep, a legendary 8/8. Pretty awesome, actually. I like the way that sets are now bleeding all keyword abilities across every set. There's a limitation. It's kind of good and bad because it's hard to remember, but good because the flavour is now stronger. You can have so much more flavour by having access to all abilities. I think it's kind of antiquated how other sets before were restricted to 3 or 4 keyword abilities, but now it's just to open a can of worms. Foundations is kind of like rejigging the whole game in a number of ways. We also have the new enchantment border, which is really quite stunning, really quite beautiful. Going forward, it's going to make people want to collect these and the new border as well, which I think is kind of cool, although this is from Nyx already, so I don't know. Another example would be Utter Insignificance, I guess. Just uses the Nyx border from Theros on every enchantment going forward. It makes them a bit more stand out. You can see them. So essentially it's a control-y build. There's a few counter spells. There's a few ways to put stuff in the graveyard, like the aforementioned Malcolm. Draw, discard, search for a Scanter, put stuff in the graveyard. Jace Reawakened. Draw, discard. You get the picture. Jace is there to support. We've got Teferi, Master of Time. We've got Teferi, Temporal Pilgrim. Everything that just helps you draw and potentially put stuff in the bin. And yeah, there's not really much else to say. It's just a lovely, simple, I will call this a detox deck. All monocolor decks to me are detox decks because the mana base is very pure and simple. We don't go anything too out of the ordinary here. I just sometimes can't be bothered to care on land base. Land base is like the least exciting part of a deck, and to have just simple basics is just lovely. I'd say some of the spicy cards in this deck, because I always like to mix it up a bit. I don't really like using the same thing over and over again. Is we've got Overlord of the Flood Pits, which by itself isn't fantastic, but it helps you put stuff in the graveyard, which is really helpful. Then it becomes a 5/3. It's okay. It's probably one of the most underwhelming of the Overlord cards. We also have Season of Weaving, which is really interesting. You can draw cards with this, you can clone artifacts or creatures with this, and you can return everything to the hands. It's really great. I wanted to have a lot of ways to bounce stuff because there's just so many aggro decks out there. We also have Fairy Slumber Party, return all creatures to those hands, and for each opponent who control the creature, you get 2 fairies. It's okay. We also have, where is it? Asinine Tactics. There we go. 4 mana. For each creature your opponents control, create a cursed roll token attached to it. This is really amazing, because you can pay it for 6 as well in your opponent's turn. But also, I think the most amazing part is, and I don't really know how to abuse this yet, but if your opponent has like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 creatures, you are creating 10 enchantments. Now, all you need is some good synergy with something that says whenever an enchantment enters, and you have yourself basically a game-breaking card. Like, I think this card is on the verge of being absolutely awesome, and nobody uses it. I think it's really great. Like, it doesn't stop them having abilities, so that's the only downside I found. But it does slow your opponents down, and it does give you a bit of time. So keep that in mind. It's really cool. And we've got a few other things like Imprison the Moon, which can basically turn a command offline, which is just really wonderful. Hard to think. I'm pretty sure this used to be a rare. Now it's a common. But yeah, there's a lot of abilities like this in the deck. Witness Protection, Unable to Scream, just stop your opponent's creatures being useful. And that's pretty much it. I don't want to go too much longer because people get bored of me talking, apparently. Why the bloody hell are you watching my channel if you get bored of me talking? But yeah, if you want to support me because you're a lovely, awesome person who just has incredible, impeccable taste, like, subscribe, support me in Patreon. You can get your own custom video, people like that. It's coming up to Christmas as well, so any support is extra nice because it helps me just feel a bit groovy and, you know, helps me just, it's the festive time of year. Anyway, let's get into today's video. Kiora. Alright, going against Flicker with Phelia. See how well we can do against this stupid dog. Bit of a glitch at the moment with this Asinine Tactics. You can see the number keeps switching between 2 and 4. Because the mana cost changes depending on whose turn it is. Now, the opponent didn't cast the dog there, which is a bit weird. Normally they flicker that stuff out. Let's counter this, because anything that they have that resolves is going to be annoying to deal with, given that they can just flicker it and get extra value all the time. They're going to main phase the Phelia. Okay. So if you play Kiora and they flicker it, it's not too worrying, because they let us draw 2 cards again. So if they do want to get through here... but I guess they'll be doing it to their own guys, won't they? Interesting. But then what if I just block? Now what? Interesting. So they traded anyway. That's a bit weird. We were only 2 toughness. So that is a bit peculiar, isn't it? Let's go for the Ristic. And then following turn, probably going to go for the Consuming Tide, I think. Depending on what happens. Still trying to get over that play. Strange. Cage's Welcome. Boom, and all these... That's a crazy powerful card. Thieving Skydiver. Let's go for this. Ooh, excellent things there. What do I get rid of, though? Consuming Tide, because we've already got... Then let's just do those two. Because I think we've got the Brawl's expertise now. It's going to make it fine. Try and block some of their things. Oh, actually, this can't block ground troops, can it? So maybe that was a bad idea. But to be honest, their field ain't looking too good. I mean, they can play Phelia and other things, but I don't know. Now they've got just a bat. Okay, they got another bat, but still, we've got Brawl's expertise. Recruiter of the Guard. Search for a creature with toughness 2 or less, reveal up in your hand. Oh my goodness, okay. That's pretty scary. Esper Bloomin' Sentinel. As if they managed to pay for everything as well, that's crazy. So if we steal that, then they can just flicker it back, which is just definitely not what we want to see. So we'll just bounce them. And then we'll draw 2 cards. Cool, I guess. With Brawl? What does our long game look like? I guess okay. They're going to flash in the Phelia in response to the clock. That's pretty annoying, the fact they can keep drawing with that. Why did they do that there? Why did they flash that in? Very strange. I'm not sure why they did that. Let's see what Kiora can give us. Oh my goodness. Some crazy good things. I guess we will discard those because we're going to have an excellent follow-up turn in the following turn. We can use Leah to bounce everything. Maybe that would be good. Or we can just draw lots of cards with Gadwick. Charming Prince. Either way, it's kind of annoying how they've managed to pay for almost all of our Ristic studies. Bloody hell, they're going to flicker that. We can't really keep up with our creatures because they're so small, and also we don't have kill spells. Authority of the Consoles. So they're going to attack. So what are they going to flicker? Exactly. The Midnight Clock. Okay, that is very infuriating, I have to say. Especially because even if we do get the big octopuses, the Phelia can just flicker those as well. God damn it. It's one of those days. It's one of those days. Werewolf Fox. So that's going to be able to exile a non-fox creature until it goes away. Very frustrating here. 8, 9, 5. How do we deal with all their crap? I do not know. 8, 9. I think we just go for Gadwick. X equals 6. We need a big X. We need some value here. Okay, so now what? I feel like not a single game goes by where I don't face somebody who just takes an absolute age. Okay, so they're actually going to give us a card as well. Maybe I feel like we should have attacked first, but I mean, they could have done that at any point, to be honest. Interesting, they're going to go for her. Decline. We'll keep her under there for now. go for Mystic Sanctuary. And we'll put the Fairy Slumber on top. So next time we'll bounce all creatures. Let's see how this goes. I mean, yes, they're going to replay every single one. However... Blimey, okay. So all of their permanents are basically temporary... Sorry, permanent removal things are just temporary fixes to problems. Exercise. Oh my goodness. This is one of those goldfish games, isn't it? Where the other person is clearly just doing absolutely everything. Okay. Oh, what a surprise. Down to 9. Sure thing. So, let's go for this. Auto pay. So that means Kiora comes back in. Again, this is one of those moments where I do something that's good for me, and then the opponent just doesn't like it anymore, and then pauses. So I don't know why they did that for, because they could just recast it and get stuff. But oh, Essence Flux is nice. Get rid of those two. I think we might be coming into a position that's quite good, because they've got nothing. They do gain life. I feel like... 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like going for Brawl and then countering something with Absorb Energy. If we counter a creature, it makes our creatures cost 1 less as well, perpetually, which means that Leer and the Kiora will be cheapened. So that's a super annoying card, so I'm going to counter that. Hate Esper Sentinel. Cards in your hand that share a type. Wow. Oh, that's a good one. But everything else is also good. Let's get rid of the land. So if we had an artifact in the hand as well, that would have been cheaper too. Bloody hell. So many cards here. I honestly didn't think the game was going to go this long. Skyclave Apparition. Jeez. What's it going to go for here? The Midnight Clock, probably. The Brawl. I actually don't care about the Brawl, though. We have no spells in our hand. And they've got 2 mana up, which means they're probably going to go for the Phelia or something. Oh, Jace plus Insight is crazy because we draw a lot. Let's go for Kiora. Yep, get rid of those. And it's annoying because if they flicker this, they're going to get rid of our other things. Let's go for Leer. So the good thing with Leer is, not only do we have all these spells, we can't counter stuff, but we do have access to our entire hand, and we can protect him with the Essence Flux twice. Let's see what happens. Right, now, here's the special thing. Do they have any way of flickering things without the Phelia? Because that's going to be the important thing, because this doesn't have any abilities now, but if they have something that can flicker it outside of Phelia, that's when it's going to get annoying. We shall see. Oh, no, it's only if it's your turn, isn't it? As long as it's your turn, each instant and sorcery has flashback. Okay. I just want to get one hit in with a Kiora. Just one hit. touch the spirit realm. Jesus. See if we can flicker him here. The authority of the consoles is incredibly infuriating as well, because it's just stopping us being able to block. Okay, well, what else do you have? Something else. They could have probably used it better to better effect by exiling the Phelia, because then that would have fallen off, but... Return creature you control to its owner's hand. I don't know why they had to do that in response. That's a bit strange. So what was the point in that then? Okay, to draw a card to see if they can respond. Right, this is getting crazy. Now it doesn't have the bloomin'... Now it can do whatever it wants. It's not looking good, is it? Really? So they can flicker the Skyclave. Jeez. This is so annoying. I hate Phelia decks. I can't believe that Phelia is now more annoying than Yorion. Okay. Bit of a misplay there. They should have attacked first. I would have had 2 extra damage in. There goes Kiora again. Jeez. Right. What we got, Lear? What we got? Expertise. I really don't know. How do I get rid of this bloomin'... I can't get rid of any of their things, because I just keep replaying them. So incredibly annoying. Consuming Tide would help, I suppose. Right, let's go to attacks first. Yeah, Consuming Tide will help a bit. Is there anything I want to play before that, though? No, I think that's fine. So everything gets balanced apart from one thing each. I'll choose to keep Lear, because the clock was just to get exiled by the Skyclave apparition anyway. We get Gadwick. Sweet, okay. So Gadwick's going to be quite useful, because it means we can play spells to tap their things. How do we... Sternus Missile is in our hand? 7. There he is. I wanted to press him, but I couldn't bloody find him. There he is. Right, let's get a dude. We need to start closing this out somehow.
It's nice to see a familiar face.
So I think this Sternus Missile is going to be pretty useful. Because if they go for the apparition, they currently can't... They can kill the Gadwick. Touch of the Spirit Realm. Yeah, I guess there's loads of things they can do, aren't there? Oh, wow, okay. They don't like the fact we can tap their things. That's for sure. I don't know what they're going to kill with that Skyclave. There's no targets. So that was an interesting play, I have to say. Authority, right, okay. Just realised this can actually bounce enchantments as well. Charming Prince. And they keep seemingly leaving up 2 mana, which is frustrating, to say the least. This is an attack trigger. So we're going to bounce it here. I don't want to lose my token. That's got flash, so we don't really want to attack with Leer. But they're going to do it here anyway. Okay, fair enough. Right. What do I do? I don't know, to be honest. Draw a card. Give Ageless Insight. So we actually draw 2 cards.
Another
wow, that's a lot of triggers. And we got the Witness Protection, guys. So there goes the Phelia. Although we probably should have attacked first. Although that's fine because it means that it's got Vigilance. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to attack anyway. If they block, it's good because it means it now costs more, and we want it to cost more. It's hard to get a Phelia off the table. I feel like I want to use some of these things. Let's do this. We get to draw a lot of things as well. We get to discard a card. So now they're going to need some kind of board wipe or other flicker effect. Because that is crazy now. Teferi's also at -12. Ultimate. So top opponent that chooses opponent they control returns it to the owner's hand. Then shuffle each non-land permanent they control into its owner's library. I mean, if we can ultimate that, I mean, maybe that is what we need to try and do here. The fact that Phelia costs 6 is a hell of a lot. So, although I probably should have attacked first to get some damage in, playing the Witness Protection is a weird psychological effect, because it kind of meant it made them feel like their Phelia was redundant and therefore wanted to block with it. So, do we just get the rope now, it seems? I'm still confused why they play the Apparition. It says non-token. I think they were trying... My assumption was they were trying to exile this, because that would have worked if it said any permanent, non-permanent, for or less, but we'll see. The Leer was pretty significant there with the 3 steps ahead. This is a great card. I mean, it's funny because Leer says spells can't be countered, but we don't really care because our deck isn't really about that. So, yeah, we'll see. I feel like our opponent is just going to rope quit here, which is hilarious because they were very adamant on playing early on when they seemingly had the lead, but now they can't do what they want to do. Now their toys out the pram, which is pretty pathetic, to be honest. And I don't care calling people out for that because it really is pathetic. Just quit the game and move on. Out of principle, if I know I'm in a leading position, I will not just quit myself because that means they win. So here we go. We'll just wait. Oh, looky there. Little baby. Alright, I think we'll keep this because we're facing a discard deck and we have a Heuristic Study, So if we can resolve this, we might be okay, but they're going to have Thoughtseize effects. Is it going to be Duress or Thoughtseize? Oh, Dread Fugue. Okay. Annoying. Annoying. So they went for one rock, which I think was actually the wrong choice because we have two. I think the rule with discard is get rid of the most unique card, because otherwise your opponent's just going to be able to do B anyway, right? If the opponent has A and B and you get rid of A, they still have B, so you should get rid of C, methinks. SpongeBob, my boy. Alright, Rustic Study, feeling pretty good. If we can get Imrith next turn, that would be excellent as well. Unlicensed Hearse, it's going to start exiling things from graveyards. I don't really think that's that good. Oh god, okay. Rustic Bloody Study. It's going to trigger, we get to draw a card. They're going to go for the Aclazotz. Okay, they just gave us two cards though, that's the irony there. It's quite funny actually. So they gave us two cards in order to play a card that discards one a turn. There. Ward. There's no ward. Just make it unable to scream. And that's going to have no abilities. Wonderful. The thing we have to be careful of is... Nah, they're stupid unlicensed. I'm now more concerned with the unlicensed Hearse, to be honest. What are they doing in response? They're going to exile the Dark Ritual in response? What's the priority for? Oh, sore losers. So many sore losers in this game. He's not a sore loser, Josh, says random person. Well, what is he then? If he's pausing when I'm in the lead? I don't know. It's a shame because I got a pretty cool gamer tag. Paradoxicologist. I don't even know if that's a real word, but it sounds kind of cool. But then they went and spoiled it all by doing something stupid like holding priority. Mind Spike. Non-creature, non-land. Okay, so they're going to get rid of the Fairy Slumber Party, which I do not care about. Okay, so now what happens? No ability. I think we've found the solution, guys, to the meta. Just play Enchantments to say, your commander can't do anything. Fantastic. Ooh, Gadwick. Gadwick's elite. 4, 5... I think we go for this first. Because the later we play Gadwick, the better he is, right? And if they discard it, then so be it. Imrith can draw us more cards the fewer cards we have. So keep that in mind as well. If we have 0 cards in hand, he draws us 3 if he hits. Kiora, Best of Seaguard, oh my goodness. Now I'm thinking we get rid of Gadwick and we keep the Kiora. Damn. That's a huge... I mean, maybe that was a mistake. But 4, 5, 6, who knows? We shall see. Necropotence. Oh, jeez. That's a pretty good friggin' hit for them. Do you know what the funny thing is, though, guys? This vehicle has a crew cost of 2, and they only have this. So, let's see how this goes. Damn, son. Gonna be paying lots for that. He's gonna kill himself. We might have to steal it with the Kiora Best of Seaguard eventually. Another thing with Kiora is that we're not gonna have any cards to discard. What to choose from. So Kiora's gonna basically say mill 2 when she comes in. We'll see how it goes. 5 bloody cards. That's a lot of cards. Okay, there we go. That feels pretty good. So now Imrith hits, draws 3. And then we can also steal their best permanent next turn. Sorry, not next turn. It'll be in 2 turns' time. So now we try and swing in with Imrith and draw 3. So even if he dies, he's just drawn us 3. Insane. Insanely good. This is what Imrith is one of my favourite cards of all time. Look at that. And also Teferi's getting near ultimate. 3 islands in a row. That's a bit weird. Right, let's see what they've got. So, yes, they have got 6 cards. 6 cards. Blood on the Snow. Draw a card. Destroy all creatures. Destroy all creatures. Okay. Do you have anything to return? Nothing to return. Wait a minute. How did that... Wait, why didn't that die? I'm going to have to rewatch the footage for that, because that's a bit weird, right? That's a destroy creatures. But that was a creature that didn't have any ability, so how is it still there? I'm really curious. Tell me in the comments below what happened there, guys. Why did that not die? Very weird. So, do we take 4 or do we take 3? I guess... I'm actually going to allow it to hit us, because if we phase it, it won't stay tapped. Oh, wow. Invoke the winds. Oh, for God's sake. Teferi. This Aclazotz shouldn't be there. Why are they doing that before damage? Strange. Very strange. So tap all of their stuff, doesn't untap. Okay. Cheeky bastard. I don't know how the hell that is not dead, but we're going to have it now. Thank you very much. Time to improvise. Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce. I guess we'll leave the Spell Pierce up for no particular reason. They're at 11 though. As I said, they are literally killing themselves with their own necropotence. This has lifelink as well, so I'm glad that we took this away from them. Still really ponderous over this. Destroy all creatures, and this did not die. And I know it says if it dies, return to battlefield tapped. But Duress. Well, there goes a Spell Pierce, which wasn't that effective anyway. Okay. So now what? Invoke Despair. Oh, that sucks. That is really irritating.
Don't worry, I'll think of something.
They got pretty lucky with that one, didn't they? So we draw a card. Sacrifice a creature. Sacrifice an enchantment. I guess if we sack the Rhystic, then we can just steal the Necropotence. Or steal the Unlicensed Hearse or something. Yeah, we'll sack the Rhystic. We lose the bloody Teferi as well. That's a crazy hit they got from that. Tapped and transform. See, that's... At the very least, that's what should have happened, right? But instead they just had full control of it. It doesn't make any sense. So we can steal it, so then they don't get to keep it. Okay, that actually kind of works. Transform it. I don't play as one of few cards in a hand. Okay. We need black mana for that. Consuming Tide returns a few of their things. So they get to keep one of their things. Let's go for a Kiora. This is becoming very challenging all of a sudden. Oh, okay. Brawl. Ooh. I think we get rid of those two. Kind of cool. Now what do we do? Go for Kiora. And I think we go for Teferi's Ancient's Insight as well. Yeah. call by me. So we've basically taken their commander forever now. Because it's never going to flip. Unless I've got land destruction. They also can't kill our creatures very easily. Because of the Kiora force field. We're going to destroy our creatures. God damn it, man. Well, at least when we play Kiora now, we draw 4, discard 2. They've been very lucky with their removals. 2 board wipes. A way to destroy 3 things. Constantly discarding our stuff, yeah. But they don't have access to lifelink anymore, so they're pretty screwed. They've just drawn so many things. Barrag's expertise is going to be kind of nice. I think Consuming Tide works really well with the Agent's Insight, because it means we get to draw an extra card. But is now really the time? Doesn't seem very effective, does it? We'll just give it this, because we get to draw 4. That's good. Draw 4, discard 2. Can't really complain. And they have a bloody cut down as well. Of course they bloody do. That is crazy. How lucky they've been. Discard 2. Of course it's just bloomin'. Right. So if we go for Consuming Tide, we get to draw 2 cards again. I think we'll do that now. Because I'm worried they're going to just kill us with this stupid hearse or something. And also it slows down our Kiora. I don't know. I don't know if this is the right move. Keep that. What are they going to keep? They're going to keep the hearse. Wow, okay. Cool. Well, in that case, we're going to flash in the Brindborn in their turn. Necropotence is... I don't know. Godfarer's statue. Yikes. Luckily, we can bounce those 3 things with the Brawl expertise, so I feel very lucky about that. And they have a kill spell. Breaking Hell. This is very annoying. But they can't crew this anyway, so... Jesus Christ. It's one of those annoying games. 1, 2, 3. That is going to be a huge help. You can get exile stuff all you want, mate. That's going back to your round. Play the Harbinger, which turns off the Gaia Reach. And guess what? We now get to draw even more. Discard a card. Discard that. Wow, Nykthos is looking pretty good. Splash Portal can exile Flicker something as well. Alright, we're in a pretty good situation again, because if this gets to resolve eventually, we're going to smack them in the air. So this is a pretty epic battle. Just unbelievable amount of luck from our opponent.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come
Man,
for answer.
Everything we have that does a slight amount of damage is just instantly murdered. Godfarer's statue again. Jeez. That's horrific. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play this. So our Nykthos taps for 7, which is kind of insanely good. So we can go for Kiora. Draw 4. And we'll discard a couple lands that we don't need there. Okay. Oh, what's the matter, darling? Oh, you feel sick? Just go downstairs to mummy for a minute.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Right, I have to sort the boy out in a bit. Discard. So we'll discard the land. Let's discard the Confounding Conundrum, I think. So they are hurting their own hand by discarding as well. Soul Shatter gets rid of that. How much more stuff can they possibly have to kill us with? It is quite insane. Even with the Godfarrow statue, we've been really lucky with getting stuff through here, but extract the truth, making a sacrifice and enchantment. Bloomin' heck. I think we'll get rid of that. Their deck is literally just removal, isn't it? It is pretty much ridiculous amount of removal. Counter spell. Okay. Well, let's attack. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to attack them. Liliana hurts them just as much. Because now we have an octopus. We've got lots of ways to draw as well. Return stuff. We could flicker that now just to draw 2, I guess. No, we'll pass the turn. We've got so much, like, we've got a counter spell that can literally stop anything they want to do. Wow, so they're making us draw 2. That is pretty crazy. So now we can just discard the Memory Deluge. Oh, what a close game this was indeed. Okay. Where's my tome? Literally could be under City Plunder. They're going to make us discard. Yeah, that's not going to be helpful then, my friend. Pretty good game, to be honest. It's just an unbelievable amount of removal, which kind of makes me think, what even is deck building anymore? Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.